How would your life change if your communication changed? Now you're probably thinking, what communication? What is he on about? Well, I'm talking about your internal communication. The communication that you have there. Okay, how would your life change if you change the way you internally communicate? So for example, we were talking about questions. How would it change if you changed the type of questions you ask and made them more resourceful? Because sometimes we are asking all the wrong questions, and then when we're asking all the wrong questions, we're getting the wrong answers. So how would your life change if you asked the right questions? How would your life change if you were to change the way you communicate on the inside? Okay? Or say if I said to you, how would you like to improve the way you communicate on the inside? Now we all have conversations, we all have internal conversations. You might be saying right now, what is he on about? And does what he's saying making sense? Maybe you've gone through a difficult time period and you had this internal communication. I don't want to sort of go too much into your personal. I don't want you to tell me anything on screen here, but maybe I'm talking to you as a group out there. Maybe you've gone through a difficult time in the past in your life, and I want you to visualize on that time. Maybe you came out of that time, not a difficult time, or maybe you're in a difficult time right now. And you asked internally, you asked yourselves a certain question, or a certain type of voice came up into your mind and told you to do this, or told you to do that. And that internal communication changed the way you think. All right? Sometimes we can go through difficulties, and sometimes we have this voice that tells us on the inside that is so meaningful, that tells us what we need to do. It tells us how we need to handle it. Or maybe we're going through a difficult time where we're hitting the wall constantly. For me, I get very excited when I hit the wall, because I know I'm going to have a change of thought process. It's called a storming process, and I'm going to form a new neurological network of thinking in order to improve the way I communicate. So this question here is targeted to all of you. I'm going to say it in Punjabi now. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ? ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ? ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ? ਕਿਹੜੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਆ? ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਸਵਾਲ ਜੋ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਅੱਛੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਛੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੁੱਛੋਗੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕੋਗੇ। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਫੋਕਸ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਮਰ ਜਾ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਊਗਾ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? So what kind of questions are you asking on the inside there? What won't happen if your communication changes? What won't happen? So if you change your communication, what is not going to happen? A bit of a linguistic pattern of words being used there. Very clever linguistic pattern of words being used there. And neuro-linguistics is all about language patterns that you can develop to improve the way you talk, to improve the way you think, to help you resolve things a lot more easier. And it's all about this self-mastery that you can get. Okay, now they say, some years ago I watched a very famous speaker, and he was speaking out, and he was giving a bit of a preaching sermon. I'm not preaching to you guys, by the way. And he was going to give people a big secret, and he said to everybody, he said, I'm going to give you access. I'm going to tell you how to gain access to this great power that you can get access to, that will help you unlock yourself to become even greater. But the power is not from you, it's from God. And he was talking and he was giving this talk, and everybody was waiting in anticipation for him to talk, for him to explain how this power would help them unlock themselves. And then he came out with this, the preacher said. He said, I'm going to tell you one thing now. And he says, he already gave it you. He came out with those words and said, he already gave it you. He said, God already gave you the power, to do things beyond what you can't do. He's already given it to you. So what I want to say to you is you have these amazing, awesome resources in your mind. You have these amazing, awesome experiences in your mind. You have a whole heap of learnings in your mind that are going to help you to become even greater, that are going to help you to resolve, that are going to help you to change your communication. They're going to help you to change your life, because the thing is, the quality of your communication determines the quality of your internal communication, determines the quality of your life. So if you can learn to internally communicate with yourself, it will help you improve not only how you think and talk, but it will help you think about how you use your brain in terms of accessing the greatest feelings that you want from your body kinesthetically. So that's what you want to do, is you want to learn to use neuro-linguistics and neuroscience to help yourself improve the way you think and the way you feel. Because what you think about this very carefully, what you think about will make you feel what you will want to feel. So by your thinking, you are going to get the feeling, That's what you're going to have, that's what you're going to get. So you need to control how you are going to change your internal communication there, all right? Because you want to improve that quality of life, okay? So what won't happen if you change your communication? What won't happen, all right? So maybe you won't ask the wrong questions. Maybe you won't ask, why am I in debt? Maybe you won't ask, why am I fat? Maybe you won't ask, why haven't I got a job? Maybe you won't ask, why does this always happen to me? Maybe you won't ask, why am I an idiot? So those type of questions are not really empowering questions. So this program will help you to ask. It's not just about asking the right questions, but it'll empower you to make some really good choices in your life. Me, myself, and I've been saying this for the past couple of weeks, this program cost me £4,000. Alright, so I'm going to give it to you for free. You need to act on what you're hearing and listening to right now, so that you can make the changes that you need to be, so that you can learn to inspire yourself, so that you can learn to empower yourself in the correct way that you need to. Okay, just some more additional questions here. Why should you learn to master communication? All right, we've just discussed that, because it's going to improve the quality of your life. Who doesn't want to improve the quality of their life? You might be thinking, well, I've got all these things now and I'm doing quite well actually, and I don't need to really make improvements. But if you want to grow, if you want to personally grow, then you need to start considering how to make vast improvements in your life. I go to companies sometimes, and one of the questions I ask, they say, we've got this and we've got that, and I say, what improvements would you like to make? If you could make any improvements within your organization and grow, what improvements would you like to make? And I'll say that to you now. What improvements would you like to make sure that you get a better quality of life? Even though your life might be perfect, even though your life might not be perfect, what improvements could you make to better yourself right now? What prevents you from developing masterful communication? We all want to be masters. There are a whole load of masters out there, okay? I'll tell you about them on the program. But how or what prevents you from becoming a master of your communication right now? Tell me, what prevents you from becoming a master of your communication? Because that's the question that you need to ask yourself. Now, I can't answer that for you because it's an internal question. There's a few questions that I've asked today, and I hope that you can consider them. And I hope that you can really think about them, because they will undoubtedly add meaning to your life. Okay? I promise you that. So, what do you need to learn for self-improvement? That's one question. Are you the best version of you right now? Believe it or not, I've done martial arts all my life. And what I say is, well, even though I've done martial arts all my life, I don't think I've always become learned. People always say you become a learned person. I don't think it's that easy. I think if you are a master, you still need to realize that learning is never ending. If you go for an interview, and on that interview you say, well, they'll say to you, they might ask you a question, say, well, what could you improve? And you say nothing. You got to come up with an answer. What is it that you think you can improve? All right. Well, I think the answer needs to be, remember this, by the way, if you go on for an interview, that learning is never ending, no matter who you are. I have yet to meet someone in my life that is completely learned. They may be learned to a degree, but what they need to remember is that learning is never ending. They're just shouting out to one of the presenters there, Mina, and Mindo, Mal, who was on the program the other day, and saying hello to her there. Yeah, so learning is never ending. You can learn to become a master. Okay, so all you need to do is come and speak to us, enroll on our program, and just get in touch, because this program, I believe, will change your life. I'm going to go through the next slide and I'm going to wrap up. So, you will learn how to motivate yourself and others from this program. You're also going to learn how to communicate effectively, as I've just spoken to you about. You're going to learn how to think positively, create actions to make a difference. All right? So it's not just learning about something. Sometimes you need to learn how to create the right actions to get the results. Okay? Learn to create the right actions to get the right results. That is what you're going to learn from neuroscience. And now what I want to say to you is, if you want to get in touch with me on that note, Vikas Chopra, Excellence Training, Coaching / Recruitment, 07932 604 705. I'm here to give you any support that you need. If you need coaching support, give me a call. I won't charge you. Give me a call. I'm happy to have a telephone conversation with you. I'm happy to offer you some programs that are going to help you manage your own mind. There are so many people that I'm meeting and talking to that I'm helping. I'll hold my hands out more and say, come contact me, and let's see if I can help you, or not me help you, but help you. because the program's about you helping you, not me helping you. I don't really want you to rely on me and communicate with me constantly. I want to help you so that in future, when you have the problems, you can resolve the problems. So that you, if you're having problems finding work, you can resolve those problems and do them by yourself. Okay? Now, thank you very much for listening in. Vikas Chopra, 07932 604 705. We're here to give you a hand. We're here for your training, employment and employment and personal development. We're to give you that support. So get in touch with us. And I just want to say thank you again for listening in. Feel free to come back on Friday. We're back on Friday. I'm going to touch this subject a bit more on Friday as well. Just talk about it a little bit more. Just want to cover a bit more on it so that we can get a real taste for what neuro-linguistics is all about. Okay, thank you very much. Over and out. Have a wonderful evening, and I will speak to you very soon, Friday at 3 p.m.